Hey, Drago here. Quick introduction about me. I'm a backend focused full stack developer from India with expertise in creating scalable web applications using tech like Node, Express, and Next. Now that you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you have heard about Next.js, whether it's through a project you're working on or from developers raving about it. And for good reason, Next.js is one of the most powerful frameworks for building the modern web. If you're new to it, don't worry, you're in the right place. This series will guide you through everything you need to know, from basics to the more advanced features. In this series, before we dive deeper into Next, there are a few things you should already be familiar with. You will need a basic understanding of JavaScript, React, hopefully TypeScript, Tailwind, and how web applications work. If you have worked with React before, you will find Next.js pretty straightforward. As for what needs to be installed, make sure you have Node.js and npm or yarn or pnpm, whatever you like, set up on your system. If not, head over to nextjs.org to download and install the latest version. Now remember, you need to install the LTS version and not the current one. As of September 2024, Node v20.17.0 is the latest version. We'll be using a code editor like VS Code, so make sure that's ready to go. Once you have got these tools, you are all set to start with Next.js. In this particular series, we'll be using TypeScript as our main language, ensuring better type safety and a smoother DX. We will also be using Bun as our environment and package installer. If you haven't heard about Bun, well, it's a new runtime that's gaining a lot of attention. It's way faster and way more efficient than Node, so if you're interested, you can install it from bun.sh. Just run the command and trust me, you'll notice the performance difference. So in today's video, we'll only be setting up our Next.js project. So what you need to do is head over to this site nextjs.org. Grab this command over here, npx create next app at latest. Just hit the copy button and the command will be copied in your clipboard. Now go to terminal and head over to the folder where you want to create your first project. So I'm currently in my folder. This is the command that we copied, npx create next app at latest. Now as I said, I'll be using bun, so I'm just going to replace this command with bunx. And now I'll just hit enter. First of all, it will ask what the folder name will be or the project name will be. So for example, let's name it Next 14 series. Okay. Now next, it will ask me whether I want to use TypeScript or JavaScript. So I'll be using TypeScript. So I'm gonna hit yes. Next, whether we want to use ESLint or not. Now setting up ESLint will be our next video. So for now, just hit yes. Next, we have a prompt for Tailwind. So obviously it's gonna be yes. Next, whether you want to use the src folder. So I prefer to use src because it separates our own code like React, TSX, TS, everything, mainly our library code or component code from the configs or envs, etc. So I'll be giving it a yes. And last up, as we're using Next.js 14, obviously we'll be using app router and not pages. Next, whether you want to use an import alias, I prefer to use it. Basically, it's just a shortcut for .. You can just navigate directly from your root directory like src. So yes. Next, what our import alias is gonna be. So it's okay to be @/* and I like to keep it. And now it's using bun and installing all the dependencies and creating the project structure. Okay, so all the dependencies are installed and we have our project ready. We can just head to our project with cd. And we can actually see the code inside VS Code. So I can just write code dot. So this opens the VS Code for us. I'll be explaining the project structure and yada yada in the upcoming videos. So wait for that. But for now, what we can do is close the terminal and open the terminal from our VS Code with Ctrl+J. And we can just write bun run dev. This will trigger the next dev command from the package.json, which is over here, and it starts our development server. So the server by default deploys at localhost 3000. Now it's gonna take some time because Next, or basically Webpack, renders all the pages as chunks. So once you hit the endpoint, then it starts to render the page or build the page. So now that the page is ready, this is what we get. So if I head over to page.tsx and maybe let's change this line, hello world. Let's say it in action. Okay, side by side. So I'm just gonna hit save and it changes over here because we are in development mode. So that's what hot reloading or development mode is. Now there is another mode called production mode, which is the start command. So what I'm gonna do is just write bun run build. This will render all the pages and cache them inside this .next folder. We'll talk about it in the next videos. So now that the rendering is ready, I can just write bun run start, because that's the command over here, next start. This will start our production server. If I go to localhost 3000, it instantly loads. And that's how you make your first Next.js app. That wraps up our introduction to Next.js. You have learned what Next.js is and how to set up your first project using TypeScript and Bun. In the next video, we'll focus on improving your DX or development experience by setting up tools like Prettier and ESLint. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next episode. If you want to support me or help out the channel, you can surely go to my Ko-fi and take any membership or give any donations. It will make me happy and you'll get some perks too. Also, feel free to join our Discord server. We are here to help, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching and happy coding. Peace.